Yo, what's up, guys? I pray that you're all doing well. My name is JoKa, and today is the 3rd of August. I don't know why I thought about what month it was. I'm kind of slow today. But, of course, yesterday the LCQ did conclude for EWC, and Zubair won. He qualified, of course, so did Naman, Raif, and Kudans. And shortly after that, they did drop the EWC playoffs groups. The EWC does start on Wednesday, and of course I will be streaming it. Make sure you check out, of course, my YouTube at xjoka and twitch.tv/JoKa. You can also join my Discord as well, guys. I do talk in there quite actively. We talk about many things, not just Tekken, you know. So if you want to just have a place to chill out, you can always hang out there. But yeah, guys, let's get straight into it. EWC groups. Now, these groups are crazy. Now, something I should mention is groups, pool stages, or groups, whatever you want to call it, is first 3. That's the big difference from last year. And also, we already know that top 8's first to 5 only. Now, let's get into the groups. Group A: Breadman, Manja, CBM, Hafiz Tanvir, Matsuba, Arslan, Moil, Qasimir. Group B: lowhigh, The John, Ikari, Rangchu, Sin, Rest, Jonding, Raif. Group C: Osama, Atif, AK, Mulgol, Yagami, Nobi, Noman, Kudans. Group D: Ulsan, Farzeen, Tekken Master, Ni, Keisuke, Ao, Ninja Killer, Zubair. Guys, just from these 4 groups alone, for me, Group D stands out the most. It's insane how stacked Group D is, and I will be going over some of the matchups we're going to see. But first, I want to give my predictions on who's going to make it out each group, from winners and losers. So 4 people make it out each group. Okay, I'll start with Group A, because Group A and Group B, I feel like for me, it's easy to kind of predict as opposed to the last 2 pools or groups. I'm going to go with Arslan Ash, just because he seems more confident on the Kunimitsu. And it's first to 3, so I think that's going to heavily benefit players like Arslan, Ni, lowhigh, Atif, Farzeen, for instance. So the longer the set is, I think it favors players like those that I just mentioned. So I'm going to say Arslan's definitely making out in winners. I'm going to say Moil. Now, I spoke about Moil on my podcast, Tekken World Talk, and I think he's cooking something. I feel like his playstyle and the way he plays Jack is so unique, and I feel like it counters a variety of playstyles, not just Pakistani playstyles, but also the Japanese and Korean playstyles. We did just see him win Soup as well, so I think he's not Soup, sorry, Stars Cup, same thing basically. But yeah, he's just been on a tear recently, and it's crazy to see like how consistent he is, you know. So I'm gonna go with Arslan and Moil. I think in losers, or the other 2 that are gonna make it out, I'm going to say Hafiz Tanvir. I feel like he is very consistent when he plays. And I don't really like... He's always doing well whenever he travels to tournaments, you know. And I think the 4th one I'm going to pick from Group A is CBM. I feel like CBM, also really consistent. Last year finished 3rd at EWC, if I'm not mistaken. And I just think he's been cooking something. We haven't seen him in a while. So I think he's probably been practicing, labbing and so on, you know. So those are my predictions for Group A. Group B, bro. I think this one, from winners, I think lowhigh and The John. I think all the other players can cause upsets. Same with Group A as well. Some of the names I didn't mention. But I just feel like lowhigh and The John, by far the most consistent. Lowhigh coming off of 2nd place from Versus Fighting. And in general, lowhigh's performances have been great throughout the whole year. And The John we haven't seen much, to be fair. The John did qualify from Tekken World Tour finals. And then he's just been playing in like local tournaments. I think The John was at EVO Japan as well. But yeah, I'm really excited to see The John play. He's been playing a lot of Army King recently as well. So let's see how he does. I think the other 2 that are going to make it out, in my opinion, is going to be Rangchu and Jonding. I do think Sin, Rest and Raif could do it, and Ikari, of course. But there's just something about Rangchu and Jonding. Like, when there's a lot of pressure, I feel like they always come out on top. They have that clutch factor, basically, is what I'm saying. They're super, super clutch. And it's just... I don't know, it's just crazy, man. Especially Jonding, he just always finds a way out, and he always finds a way to win, if that makes sense. Group C, bro. Group C. Osama, Atif, AK Mulgul, Yagami, Nobi, Noman, Kudan. I'll be honest with you, for this one, this is so hard to predict, honestly. I'm not going to say who's going to come out in winners, who's in losers. But I'm just going to say Arthur and Numan are two that I think will definitely make it out. And then I'm going to say Nobi as the third. And the fourth, I'm stuck between AK Osama, Yagami Kudons. And Mulgold as well. Bro, my heart wants Kudons to win. Honestly, it's so fun watching him play. But yeah, I'm going to say Arthur and Numan. Arthur, again, super consistent. Numan, super, super consistent, you know. I feel like Numan always does pretty well at EWC as well, you know. He qualified twice through the LCQ. And that says a lot for someone that can't really travel too much. And whenever he does have the opportunity, he just takes it with both hands, you know. So yeah, I'm going to say Arthur Numan. And then the third and fourth, Nobi. I'm going to say Mulgold. But again, it's so hard, guys. And it's crazy that there's 3 Falcons in this pool. 3, bro. That's crazy. But let's move on to Group D, guys. Group D, fucking hell, bro. This group is insane. This group, bro, I'm going to be having like 2 Red Bulls. Because I'm going to need all the energy, man, restreaming this shit. Ulsan, Frazine, Tekken Master, Ni, Keisuke, Ao, Ninja Killer, Zubair. Bro, just from the get-go, I'm going to say Zubair, man. Guys, I've been talking about Zubair a lot. I've been restreaming a lot of Pakistani tournaments. And I just think this guy is insane, honestly. His performances just seem so dominant. And he's just so consistent. I don't know how he does it. It was his first time in Europe yesterday at the LCQ. And he managed to win. Like, I think that says a lot, you know. With more international experience, he could potentially be like the next Arslan or Arthur. Who knows, you know. But for this one, I'm definitely picking Zubair. I think Ulsan looked really good at versus fighting. I think Ulsan is pretty good against most of these players. I'm going to say Ni. But the fourth one, like Frazine, it could be Frazine, it could be Keisuke, Ninja Killer out. Like, it's so hard. Tekken Master could go upsets. It's so crazy, bro. Again, you know what? I'm not going to predict Group D. I feel like Group D is too hard. But guys, let's look at the individual matchups that are going to be taking place. So I think we're starting off with, we're starting off with Group D first. Whoa, we start with Group D first? Holy shit. So Wednesday will be the most stacked group. And here's the matchups. Sorry you can't see. There you go. So I'll just do it like this, you know. So first we're going to have Ulsan versus Zubair. Now this matchup, oh my god. I'm guessing it's going to be... It has to be a Dragunov mirror, right? Unless Ulsan tries a different character and Zubair tries a different character. But bro, this matchup is going to be cinema. I'm not going to lie, I'm calling Zubair to win this. I'm not going to lie, I'm actually calling Zubair to win this. I think Zubair probably has watched a lot of Ulsan. Probably hasn't played against him, but has probably studied him and so on. And I just think Zubair having all that momentum coming off of his recent performances is really going to benefit him a lot, you know. So I'm going to say Zubair in this match. And then Ni versus Keisuke, bro, this match is going to be a banger as well. I'm going to say Ni. And the reason being is because I feel like Ni is super good against... I think Ni is super good against Mishimas in general. So I think Ni has it over Keisuke in my opinion. The next matchup is Tekken Master versus Ao. I think Ao is going to take this. But Tekken Master could pull something out of the bag. Frazine versus Ninja Killer. Difficult. This one's difficult, you know. Because I feel like Frazine does have... I feel like Frazine struggled against Manja a lot in the past. I'm going to say Frazine, but I think Ninja Killer could do it, you know. And of course, there is going to be a losers bracket as well, so it's double a limb. 2 qualified from winners, as I mentioned, and 2 qualified from losers. But those are my predictions for Group D. Let's move on to Group C. Group C, Osama versus Kudons. Honestly, I think Osama's going to go for Eddie. I think Eddie's a good matchup into Heihachi. I think Osama's going to take this, but my heart wants Kudons to win because, you know, fellow Heihachi player. But yeah, I'm going to be hyped to watch that shit. Mulgold versus Yagami. Oh, this matchup. Again, very hard to predict. I think Yagami could do it. I think Yagami has beaten Mulgold before as well. Oh, so difficult. So I'm gonna give it to Yagami, you know. I'm gonna give it to Yagami, I think. I think Yagami can do it. I feel like with his Reina, he just seems to find new ways to play, and of course he did just win. Bam. Again, gonna be super close, but I think Yagami's gonna take it. AK versus Nobi, bro, this is a banger of a match, you know. AK, we haven't seen much this year. I feel like AK is always cooking something as well. I feel like AK is always super consistent. He's a player that people don't speak about enough, I feel like. And it's a shame he's not sponsored, man. We need to find this guy a sponsor. But AK versus Nobi, Nobi's been looking really good throughout the year. So hard. It's so hard to predict these matches and groups, guys. I swear to God. I'm gonna say AK. I'm gonna say AK. I feel like in Japan, if I'm not mistaken, is there even any Shaheen player? I honestly can't think from the top of my head. But we'll see what happens. I think AK is gonna take it. That's my prediction. And Arthur versus Naman, bro. I don't know who's gonna take this, man. I think this could go either way. I mean, a lot of these matches can go either way, right? But Arthur versus Naman, bro. You know what? I'm going to say Naman, you know. I'm going to say Naman. I feel like Arthur isn't as comfortable on the Brian as he's on the Dragunov. I think he's probably going to go in on the Brian. And I think like Naman, again, a lot of momentum coming off of the LCQ, you know. A lot of momentum in general, I think, with Naman. He did well at PTL as well, which is the Pakistani TEKKEN League. Super great tournament. And a super great idea for like the Pakistani TEKKEN scene to really help talents grow, and of course players, the top players, to like stay in practice and stay in form. But yeah, Numan did get second place in stage 4 of PTL, so I'm gonna go with Numan. I think it's gonna be super close. Of course Arthur can do it. You can't count out anyone. This is the thing, guys. That's the hype thing about tournaments. Lowhigh versus Riot. Oh, this one's gonna be interesting as well. I feel like this is back and forth between the two. I don't know if Riot will pick Fakram, but I think Lowhigh's gonna take it. I think the way Lowhigh's been playing again, insane. So consistent, so consistent. He always seems to find a way as well. I feel like he's very comfortable against a ton of playstyles. So I'm gonna say Lowhigh. Rangchu versus Sin. I think Rangchu's gonna take this. I do think Sin can do it. I think Sin does have a lot of Fakram experience because he plays Fakram himself. But again, I want to see how he does versus Fakram when he's playing as Yoshi, you know. It's probably a good matchup for Yoshi as well because he can probably flash a lot of shit and whatnot. But I don't know. Let's see, I guess. I think Rangchu's going to win this, but again, Sin can take this. I think Sin can take this, depending on how he's playing on the day. Next match, Ikari versus Rest. I'm not going to lie, I'm going to go with the underdog. I think Rest, you know. I think the way he played in Soup or Stars Cup. I keep saying Soup. I keep getting mixed up. I think I'm right. But I think Rest, one of the guys here that has been consistently placing with Horang, regardless of how strong Horang was. I feel like Horang's pretty weak now, and he's still doing well, you know, still managed to qualify and whatnot. So I think I'm gonna go with Rest, you know. I think Rest is gonna beat Ikari. The John versus John Ding, bro. The John versus John Ding, guys. This banger of a match. Honestly, I don't know how to call this one, man. But I'm gonna go with probably the favorite, the John, in my opinion. I feel like John Ding's performances haven't been the best this year. Of course, we haven't seen John travel much, but I feel like the John again, always, like, he's just, I don't know how John does it. He's always just consistently placing at tournaments, and it's just something that's really incredible to be able to consistently perform in a game like this, you know. I think it's really, really difficult because it's super fast paced and whatnot. But the final group, Breadman versus Gausamir. I'm gonna go with Gausamir. I think Gausamir has a lot of Leroy experience because of Khan and other Leroy players in Pakistan. So I think Gausam's gonna take this. Gausam, again, also having great performances throughout the whole year. Yeah, I'm gonna say Gausamir. Hafiz Tanvir versus Matsuba. I'm gonna say Hafiz Tanvir. I feel like Hafiz Tanvir is so good against Feng. So good. I feel like I've not played against anyone this good and comfortable against Feng besides maybe Ni. I feel like Ni and Hafiz Tanvir are so good against Feng. Maybe Matsuba will try a different character. Maybe he'll try the Kuni, maybe he'll try the Anna, but I don't think so. I think he's gonna stick with the Feng. But let's see. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Hafiz Tanvir. CBM versus Arslan, bro. I think the last time they played, Arslan won or CBM. I don't know. I don't remember. This one again is gonna be super close. I feel like CBM is definitely cooking something. It's been a while since we saw CBM. Yeah, this one's gonna be tough to call, but maybe CBM, maybe Arslan. But I think Arslan. I feel like Arslan first to 3, long day, super long, and I feel like he's super comfortable in long sets. And again, Arslan is starting to feel more comfortable with the Kunimitsu, and of course, he has the Nina, which we saw at Evo Las Vegas where he won. So I'm gonna say Arslan, you know, only because of the first to 3 mainly. Manja versus Moel, bro. This match I don't know how to call. Legit, I don't know who's gonna make it out. I feel like this one's literally gonna be like a car crash, and one person is just gonna make it out. Literally, I think Manja versus Moel. I feel like their playstyles probably clash. I feel like they're both crazy with the way they play. So unorthodox, like to take risks. I'm gonna go with Moel though. I think Moel is one of my favorites because I have a feeling he's gonna do well. I don't know what it is, you know. I have a feeling that he's gonna do well. But guys, here's the groups again. It does start on Wednesday. Again, remember to follow the Twitch. Remember to subscribe to the YouTube. Remember to join my Discord to stay up to date with everything I'm doing. I will be, of course, restreaming all the group stages and the finals of the EWC on my Twitch and my YouTube. Remember to check that out. I do want to apologize as well, guys, for the lack of long form content. I am currently still working on the heihachi guide, which I'm making good progress on. Yeah, it should be out before Bob's early access release, which is August 19th, God willing. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for the support. As always, it does mean a lot. Let me know what you guys think on who's going to make it out in each group. Let me know what you guys think of the groups in general, some of the players, on how their performances have been throughout the year, and who's going to win EWC and whatnot. Let me know. I'll be reading the comments. And guys, take it easy. God bless. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.